Right guys, this is William Jeremy, welcome to my channel. So let's continue our journey of making a AI embedded novel writer dictation functionality embedded. Okay, so first is that I want to test the API and quickly test it and test the theory. So first I want to test whether AI can actually do that. I think if you are using API, the AI right now is pretty smart and definitely going to yeah, do that. So what I'm going to do is to first using API to test the theory and using basically a REST API, just user input, put that to API, API give me some answer and put that on the screen. So basically like there is a concept called minimum viable product, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I have to test this and make sure it can work with the latest technology, and then we're worrying about the fully localized version. Okay, so the API I'm using is using Google's API because first it just got published, and second is that Google got more like permissible with the first trial period, because OpenAI, sorry, but I just use all this free credit, and and it's become really expensive. Like I believe the pro version is $200 per month, and let's try Google because just to test the idea, and Google just to get this like new version of Gemini, I think 2 or something. Okay, and the context window is 2 million token, and I think it's brilliant because if you're writing a novel, we got a pretty long context. We have to think about this and actually do something about it. And so I think Google got a pretty good job of a pretty long context. So let's try this. So the website is called ai.google.dev studio, signed to Google AI Studio, and I'm a developer. So theoretically, you may use for production use, but Google may enforce a rate limit. So yeah, just to be aware of that. Preview offer are not available for production use. So the preview offering, this is not for production, it's for preview. But I want to test it. Okay, I want to test the theory. Not necessarily I'm going to use that in this, but hey, it's pretty good. And let's go back here, okay, so you guys can actually see what's going on. And I'm going to move my camera. Sorry, should move this. I should move here to somewhere here. Okay, so don't submit sensitive, confidential, personal information to unpaid service. And team to help with quality, safety, and improve product. Prove you may read and hate and print. Yeah. Google takes steps to protect privacy, including discounting data from your generative AI model may provide inaccurate, inappropriate information. Don't rely for medical, legal, financial, or other professional advice. Right? Yeah, consent and like to receive. Yeah, pretty good. So I'm going to continue. So basically, what will you build? Push them at the limits of what AI can do. Video receipt. I believe OpenAI got some you can like record a live video and ask and talk with AI. It's brilliant. But what I'm gonna do is to get the API. Okay, I got this token test and temperature here. All that. I believe this is like a test field, and we got this get API key. Okay, because we're going to build something rather than use this web interface to do that. So we're going to build our own interface, and first we can test using AI. If this works, we can ask user to generate their own AI to write for themselves, and we can build multiple API for user to choose from. Okay, and I got like all bunch of fine-tuned prompt the user can choose, and user can later like add the prompt, add the context themselves, so they can quickly generate and reorganize things. But this is completely another story that we will solve later. Right now, let's get API key. So click here, and API key, Power project, submit to the Google platform term service. Yeah, it's a cloud project. Use API in the studio substrate to get the API term service. Remember the user API security. Don't share in public code. Okay, so I'm going to just test it. Okay, and of course after that I can just quickly delete it or update it, like refresh it, so the API just got nullified, just you won't be able to use it. Okay, quick tester by using curl command. So basically curl, content type application JSON, content part, explain how it works and post and all that, and generation content, your API key, right? Using code with caution and create API. Okay, so basically it teaches you how to use API, but we're going to do that locally on Mac. So create API key. Let's create this. Okay, of course, when you actually watch this video, this API key will be like useless because I will nullify it. Will make it like, do not share them embedded in code in public and view. Okay, and copy, and we got like a plan page. Go to billing and you use this data. Okay, so it's like pay as you go, I think. So once I believe we got like $300 of credit on first try of Google's cloud. That's amazing. I just checked this billing account and set this limit. So let's go to the Xcode and create our new project. So I'm going to create a new project, and this time I'm going to create a specific macOS project, and just create an app. Okay, this time I'm going to say something like simple novel writer. Okay, writer. Simple novel writer. All that. Yeah, pretty good. I'm gonna click next. Okay. Yeah. So will be a new tutorial. Let me add a 19 and simple. Simple novel writer. Okay, so let's create it. Great. Simple novel writer. Yeah, pretty good name. Like simple thumbnail maker, simple novel writer. Alright, so let's test it out. Alright, I did two things to pause this video. First is that I'll test this simple project that I created. So simple novel writer. I built it, and then voila, we got this hello world message on running on my map. That's pretty good. Then I browsed through this documentation. Okay, so you got this quick starter guide, and it's pretty helpful. Basically, got some demonstration while using Python, Node.js, REST API, something like that. I think REST API is pretty straightforward. Basically, it's the pretty typical like generic way of handling API call, and basically just use this call and expose this endpoint. Okay, adding your API key. They are doing the validation, and then I can get this like the JSON response. So because there's here is a interesting part. Because there's no specific documentation here, so you have to do everything and try and error and do things yourself. Okay, let me show you how. We're going to use this REST API as an example and try to build some web call from using the native Swift and as well as Swift UI for the front end. Okay, after a little bit testing, I got something like this. Let me show you. So currently it's working, and you already got like a basic UI here. So basically, let me just delete the API key. Okay, once I delete it, and I can run that again. Okay, so this will give you a welcome to Simple Novel Writer, and got some hints to get started. We need a Gemini API key. How to get started, go to the studio, create or sign Google accounts, and get an API key, and then set it here. Of course, if you enter, this is just simple text field, hi, something like that, you won't be able to send it. I'll also make a small key icon that you can click it. Okay, you click it, key management, choose to show manage your API key, say the keychain is more secure, because Apple said that you shouldn't like hard code. The first time I like hard code it, and then just to remind the Apple reminded me that you can't do that. So that's the hard lesson to learn, because it's like go through 2 or 3 review. Yeah, so you can't possibly just store API inside your code, but rather if you want to use user's API, you have to like expose that to the user and make user like enter it itself. And of course, there are 2 ways to save it. I do that intentionally. I just want to show you it's doable. The first is just user default to save it locally on the app, but it's very insecure, especially API, because other malicious program or something like that, they can like steal it. So the more secure ways is using Apple's keychain to save that to keychain without you knowing it. Okay, so if you use this method, it's recommended. So of course you can copy the API here and paste it, and I believe I already paste it. Okay, I already paste it. And then once you do that, you can save it to keychain or locally, doesn't really matter. Okay, so once you click it, then you can get a welcome screen ready to chat. Start typing your message in the input, and then I will say hi. Okay, I click send. Hi there, how are you today? Okay, so go question as the answer is really typical way of interacting with AI. Okay, and say my name is William Jamin. What about you? Okay, then I can send. Okay, I don't have a name. I'm large language model and AI. Okay, give yourself a name. Okay, and send. And then I'm bot. Okay, so it's pretty interesting, and you can already use this API to actually chat. You got a nice layout here. Once you are satisfied with this, you can just click and remove the API key. Once you removed, and I believe if you removed, they won't be able to send it. Okay, and if you run that again, it will just go back to the set API key screen, which is pretty good. Yeah, and the method of solving this is pretty easy. Okay, but I'm not going to spend too much time, because this is more like devlog, half tutorial sort of thing. Pretty simple layouts. Everything's just pure simple UI to solve that. Input has chat history, loading, show API key, learns API key input, all that, and use API key. Okay, using keychain manager. That's because it's much safer to use safer this way, right? Get API key, and of course we can use a scroll view, because you got like multiple dialog, vstack is history empty, then get this welcome screen. Okay, and then welcome string and a set API key, then go alerts. Okay, and then else we can start a chat, else then put all this question answers, and the message to question will be message for question, and the answer will be message answer, right? And we're going to call, this is how I set API. Okay, and of course we are calling this keychain manager. It's just a typical way of safely using keychain Apple security API to safely save all the things without you knowing it. And by the way, you have to change this entitlement file, because you are testing in a sandbox environment. If you do not have the outgoing network connection set to true, you won't be able to send the send the request out. So you have to set it. If you don't add that in the entitlement, they will give you a error that operation can't be completed. This is a thing that you have to add. And then all this REST and test, and of course here is the send message. Okay, you got this URL. This is like the API's like endpoint with the API key. Okay, so just copy. If you want hard code, you can just copy and paste it here. Okay, and then we got request body. Just parse it. Content part context. Okay, and get the text out, and that text will be the question answer, right? And question, answer, and append that to our chat history to go vertically. Okay, so it's pretty simple, pretty standard way of solving this problem. And by the way, if you want all these codes, first of course you can pause this video to quickly type along. I already browse everything, I believe. And the second is please join the Patreon. Okay, you join the Patreon, you can download all the source code I'm sharing here. So yeah, so you can use my code commercially. Okay, you can even use that commercially. Seldom people actually like specifically say that. Okay, I'm cool. I specifically say that you can use it commercially, of course. Yeah, but yeah, I need your support in order to continue to do this. Okay, I love code. I love coding, and I love the feeling of it, and I want to continue to share and code. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all, and you can always go to the website and try yourself. So we already we achieve a lot. Like in this video, we already make a really simple UI interface for the chatbot, but that's far away from the actual product that we are going to write. So, but I want to step to. I intentionally did this step. I want you guys to try this API and parse it and doing all this quick practice and the entitlements settings, all that you have to go through in order to improve. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty fun project, and so the next video. Okay, it's pretty late. Okay, I really need some sleep. I slept like 4 hours on average recently. I got tons of projects going on, so I'm sorry about that. I have to go to bed, and so maybe tomorrow we're going to make it a little bit more complex. By first, we can add improvements of here. Okay, basically the inputs input field, we need to actually change that to some maybe voice recognition or something like that, and we're going to add some customized prompt. So add more context, and user can quickly first they can add context themselves. Second, they can choose the pre-made context, and third is that maybe more API supports. And I want to make a novel writing software, sort of a UI, but I'm not 100% sure how to do that because I'm not designing everything. I just want as I'm moving forward and making all these videos, I believe I will come up with some inspiration, and yeah. So yeah, see you next video, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, right? So yeah, thanks, bye.